What's up everybody, Parker's Place here, and today we're doing another tier list. Today's tier list, breakfast cereals. Let's go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of the ones that are not so good. It's kind of hard to think about because breakfast cereals are good. Frosted Mini Wheats, D tier. Let's go with our GOAT. Honey Nut Cheerios, easy S tier. GOAT, like ultimate goated. Honey Bunch of Oats, that's a good one. I really like those. You know what, I'll put them in S tier. That's another good one. This looks like Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, which I don't think I've ever had, but it sounds really good, so I'm probably going to stick in A tier. It's kind of hard to go wrong with Cheerios, except regular Cheerios. They're kind of B tier because they're B for bland. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that is another goated cereal. S tier, easy, easy. I've never had a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch that I was unsatisfied with, like no matter what. Lucky Charms. I think Lucky Charms is definitely an A tier cereal. The marshmallows are good. The regular cereal part's pretty good. All overall really solid. Now Cookie Crisp. I feel like it's been a long time since I've had Cookie Crisp, you know, and I think it's pretty okay. I'll probably have to stick it in the B tier though, just because it's not as memorable. Special K. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had Special K, but you know what? I'll just slap it in the B tier. Kix. I am going to have to slam that down in the D tier. It's just not as memorable. A lot of these cereals, if I've had them, they're not memorable. Apple Jacks. Okay, that's definitely an A tier. Pretty solid. I think it's better than Lucky Charms. Probably better than this Cheerios as well. Corn Flakes, D tier. It's like Frosted Flakes, but like bad. Speaking of which, Frosted Flakes, I think those are A tier. They would be S tier if they didn't get so soggy so quickly. Count Chocula. I've actually never had Count Chocula, but I do like a good chocolate cereal. So I'll probably put it in the B tier. Regular Cap'n Crunch. Now Cap'n Crunch on its own is really solid. I think it's pretty solid. The Peanut Butter Crunch, which it looks like it's on there as well, and the Berries Crunch, those are all really good too. So I think Cap'n Crunch, it's gonna go low A tier. Low A tier. Now Rice Chex. Rice Chex, it's not bad. It's got a decent texture. I think it's pretty solid, but it doesn't have really much flavor to it. And I think Chex, Rice Chex and like the Chex Mix, those are good because they have flavor, but that's not really what we're talking about. So I'll probably have to put it in C. C for Chex. Rice Krispies. Now these may be kind of bland, but the Snap, Crackle, and Pop, you cannot beat that. That is like entertainment with your cereal. It's like, you know, on the box, they've got all the things you can, like the puzzles and stuff on the breakfast cereals. It's like the puzzle for your ear, and like, it's so good. I'm gonna have to put it in the S tier. Lucky Smacks. I'm just kind of clicking random ones, but Honey Smacks. Excuse me. Honey Smacks. I don't even know what kind of cereal that is. It's going in C tier. Peanut Butter Crunch. Peanut Butter Crunch, I love peanut butter cereals. Peanut butter flavored cereals, so that and Reese's Puffs, those are going to go way up on the stock. So those are probably, you know what? It's going to go in the S tier. Reese's Puffs, you know, my only thing with Reese's Puffs is that I feel like Reese's Puffs just don't have as full of a flavor with the chocolate part. They got a lot on the peanut butter, but the chocolate just doesn't come through as much, in my opinion. So I'm going to have to put it in the A tier. Alright, Rice Krispies Treats. I've actually never had this cereal, but I love a good Rice Krispie treat. So it's going to go in the A tier. Yeah, let's put it right about here. Cocoa Krispies. Now, Cocoa Krispies are another goated chocolate cereal. Those are going to have to go in the S tier. I love a good bowl of Cocoa Krispies. Froot Loops, another really good cereal. I have to put it in the A tier. I would put it in the S tier, but I don't know. I feel like they've got a little bit of an airiness to them rather than like a satisfying fruit flavor. I don't know. It just feels kind of, it just doesn't feel as full of a fruit flavor to me. Raisin Bran. D tier. Sorry. Golden Crisp. Now, this sounds okay. I don't know if I've ever had Golden Crisp, so I'll probably just slap it in the B tier. Fruity Pebbles. Now, I don't really like Fruity Pebbles that much. I think they suffer from the Frosted Flakes syndrome, but the fruit just it's too much. I think it's a little too much, and it just doesn't settle very well for me. So that's got to go in the C tier. Cocoa Puffs. Now, Cocoa Puffs are another example of a good chocolate cereal, but the only problem is it kind of feels almost waxy if you're eating it. It's really, I don't think its texture is as good. But the one redeeming quality is that it makes the chocolate milk, whenever the chocolate comes off of the cereal, the chocolate milk is so good whenever you have that. So for that, I'll probably still put it in the A tier, but the bottom of A tier. Now this one looks like Captain Crunch with the berries in it, and that one is definitely up there. I'll probably put it in the middle of S tier. Raisin Bran, another Raisin Bran. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm sorry. I know there are people that go all out for it, but I just can't. Honeycomb. Now, Honeycomb, oh, it's another goated cereal. I have to put it in the S tier. This was a cereal that I always wanted whenever going to the grocery store, and you know, I'd always be like, Mom, can we get this cereal? And she'd be like, no. So, as an adult, whenever I could buy it myself, oh, it's so much better. All right, Trix cereal. Now, Trix, I used to mostly have the Trix yogurt, and the cereal was kind of just like, it wasn't really something I really looked out for, but it definitely has the good fruity flavor. I think for a fruity cereal, it's definitely like on the up and up. I'll have to put it in the top of B tier. I think it's definitely better than Cheerios, but I don't think it's better than Cocoa Puffs. Pops, Kellogg's Pops. Now Pops, I think they've got a nice little light sweet flavor, and I think it's just it's pretty okay. I don't think it's extremely memorable or anything. I think that's what brings a lot of these cereals down, is that they're just not memorable to me. So you know what, I'm gonna have to slap that in the bottom of B tier. Now Cocoa Pebbles, aside from their cousin of Fruity Pebbles, I think Cocoa Pebbles are pretty solid. The only problem is that when it's in the milk and the chocolate comes off of the cereal itself is just really bland afterwards. It really kind of becomes just like a pebble, not a Cocoa Pebble anymore. So for that, I'll probably have to put it in the B tier. Probably the lower end of B tier. So I know there's a lot more breakfast cereals out there, but I think this is a pretty decent start. Let me know what you think. Like the video, comment and tell me if all of my tiers are wrong and you think one cereal is better than the other. Let me know. And subscribe for more content. Later.